Shalom family. I just wanted to give you guys a quick view of how things are going with my plants here. Brownie, my dog, came and stepped on my beets, so they're recovering a little bit. And, that's just the nature of things with pets. They like to get curious and get into our plants and things and see what stuff is. Um, The okra is doing really great. I did, if you see some of the empty pockets there, I did go ahead and transplant some of those. And these are the cucumbers, and they're looking really nice. That is the cilantro taking off, going crazy, getting a little wiry. This is the lettuce starting to come up, doing some things. Looking pretty good. Tomatoes, doing great. Some of them are starting to get another little leaf, their second set of leaves, which would be their first set of real leaves. So I never did pinch any of these that I left in here, but I will do that soon. I just wanted to give them a little bit of a chance to really start going. Those ones that I broke off, here they are. They're doing just fine. They've perked up. They're still growing, and one of them looks like it has a third leaf coming on, so that's good. Those are doing great. Here's the holy basil. The basil's looking lovely, and nothing with the lemons or limes, which they should have had some kind of a sprout after 10 days. The cantaloupes haven't done anything either, but we're just going to leave them alone for a while and see what they do. I wasn't real sure. The limes that I got said that they were organic, and they did have the seeds, but we just never really know what we're getting at the grocery store. You just never really do. Even if it says it's organic, sometimes it's GMO'd. So you just have to be kind of careful about that. But you see some of my other herbs over here getting going, and there as well. Can't even remember what those were, but I could look at it later. So anyways, what I did is I took some of my most leggy plants, the bigger ones. I took a few of the cilantro plants and I put them in here. And if you can see that difference in soil color, I added some espresso coffee grounds after I made my coffee. Put that in there with the cilantro. These are 3 little tomato plants. They seem to be doing very well. I think there's like 4 in here. They're doing pretty good. There's an okra plant. It's doing fantastic. This one's doing really great. This one here is doing pretty good too. And these are some cucumbers that they are doing good. There's 2 in each one, but those look like they are having a little bit of difficulty since I transplanted them, but we'll see what happens. So I use these little planter pots because these are the ones that I'm going to take first and go ahead and transplant into the ground. But you can take this whole little, it's very biodegradable. So I put soil in there. Let me just pick this up and show you. This is an okra plant, but it's wet, and then at the bottom it's got a hole in the bottom, and you can just put this whole thing into a bigger pot. So this is about a 3-inch little starter pot, and but what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put these into a bigger pot or straight into the ground, and I will not remove them from that container because this container here is biodegradable and the roots will bust right through when they get big enough. So There's no need to worry about taking them out of those. And with that, I was going to show you all again just the little process of putting the soil into these containers and moving some of the plants from here into one of these containers. Um, and I'll do that in just a minute. I'm going to have to pause it and restart. Okay, so here we go with the rest of these. No, I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to do my taller ones. These cucumbers are really, really, really sturdy and strong. The okra as well. The tomato plants are a little weak. The cilantro plants are a little stringy, but that's okay because they tend to be that way anyway. So I'm not going to worry about those. Tomatoes are pretty strong. And it's good to give them that little flick every now and then. So these are the little pots that I was talking about, and they come in a container of 6. And it's a seed starter pot is what it's called. And already has a hole in the bottom, so that's always perfect when it has a hole in the bottom. Already you don't have to do any extra work. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put some soil in here. Not too much, but enough so that I can put a little bit of a hole in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and take, let's see, which one is I'm going to take my tallest cucumbers out. These two look like they're right there together, so just gently pull them up out of the soil. And you can see they've got a really nice little root system going on there. So, and I didn't really disturb the roots at all, but I'm going to go ahead and just stick them down in here. These guys are really sturdy and strong, which is lovely because that means that they've had a really good start and they're going to keep on flourishing. So, anyways, I'm pressing those roots down into the soil really good. And this is why I use a chopstick too, because sometimes it's hard to get them down in there good without creating a little bit of a hole to set it down in. Even though I didn't put that much soil in there at the beginning, it still needs to, I still need to get them planted deeply and pretty good. So with that, I've got the roots covered up really nicely. And I'm going to put a little bit more soil in here. And just go ahead and kind of load that up. Get them in there to where they're pretty solid.